Hey, this is BugPowderDust. Thank you once again for joining me for another episode of Distinctly Average. This is episode 11, and this is all going to be about the Tier 7 Comet. I'm platooned with my platoon mate Alex. I'm going to call him Alex, his name is considerably longer, but Alex will do. And we both had a couple of really good Comet games up to this point. Now, as the title of the video is Crucial Contribution, I think you know what happens, but it was quite an interesting game in terms of it also kind of made me have a good think about, do I cap or not? So the team kind of pushes off to the right, or at least myself and Alex do, with a couple of backup. And unfortunately we've seen it all before. A bulk of the team just sit in the middle and camp. So right from the get-go I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be not great. So I'm going to push up and be quite aggressive. I wouldn't normally do this, but I think that, to be honest, we're already one Tier 7 heavy down. So me and Alex need to be kind of the ones to be quite aggressive. Now the Comet can do that. You've got to drive it a little bit carefully, and it can't really hold its own in a toe-to-toe with heavy tanks, but we kind of push up. Now I make a bit of a meal of aiming this shot on the T-34, and as a result it misses. So that's my own silly fault. What I do now is I push up to the next little hill there, just in front of me. I want to make use of the Comet's gun depression, the fact that it's got a relatively robust turret front, at least in the Tier 7 game. So, the Hellcat up there is the only thing stopping me from moving up and then flanking around to the right hand side of the tanks in kind of B8. So, again, I'm making a bit of a meal of trying to shoot this T-34. A little bit twitchy about things to my left, but that's all looking okay. And you can see, let me just pause the game here for 1 second. You can see on the minimap that basically the majority of our team are actually camping. There's only really, 3, 4, 5 of us who aren't sat in the base. The west side is completely open. So that's going to be a problem for us moving on, but let's carry on with the match. So this T-34's got to die, and I leave myself way exposed, focusing in on the Hellcat, and I take an unnecessary hit. Fortunately it's only 100 damage. But I'm figuring this T-34 is going to pop up in exactly the same spot, because he's just got lucky, and sure enough he does, and now I start to go to work on him. But he doesn't move down, he's just sat there waiting for me to expose myself. Okay, fine, you can have my turret. Keep him lit up. And he pulls back down, but he's now one-shottable. Now you'll notice the Hellcat has now moved from where it was back down into the gully. That's the only thing stopping me from flanking, so now I'm going to go in and let's finish these guys off. The two are one-shottable. The T-34, the Hellcat, I can kill with one shot. In fact, anybody can kill with one shot. Even a stiff breeze could kill with one shot. So I'm going to pop in there. I'm calling for help as I go, so Alex knows he's going to come up to help me out. My first shot, unfortunately, bounced off the T-34. KV-1, firing premium. I ignore him for now. Let's take out 2 guns from the game. They're down. Get to work on the KV-1. There's nothing I can do about this guy. So I kind of jinx him left, right, and managed to put him down. Now at this point I'm really not aware of how many tanks I've killed, to be quite honest, and I actually don't realise right until the end when we actually get the crucial contribution that we've actually killed so many. I had absolutely no idea of the score, and I was so intent on trying to do this right. Let me just pause the game there for a second. So you'll see we've broken through on the right hand side now, and we've got a clear run into the base and to basically pick off the tanks that might be sat there. But in a complete mirror image you'll see that the enemies have done exactly the same to us as well. The T-34-85 player is pretty good, and he's lighting up and keeping busy all the tanks which are camping our base. So we've got a kind of mirror image thing going on here, so let's push it on. I really don't want to run into the T-29, so I'm quite cautious when I go up over this ridge here. I don't want to see the T-29, but fortunately the Wolverine's not paying attention, and we can put some shots into him. Wolverine seems to have quite a low health pool, which is quite nice, so he's gone quickly. Panzer 38 is being worked on by the others, and I managed to steal the kill. Now, at this point, as I go over the ridge here, I'm looking at our base situation. I'm thinking, well, we've actually got loads of tanks there, so we should be okay. So let's forget about capping for now. I'm going to try and take on the IS, which is really their heaviest tank, which is within reach of us. So while the others go hunting for the artillery, I'm going to work on the IS now. And he's got his side turn. He's obviously trying to shoot the guys in base. Now, the T-34-85 shows up. He's a better player, even though the IS is a better tank to take out. I'm going to work on the T-34-85 because he's the better player and could cause us problems. He's gone. So now work on the IS. And he's down. We'll just stop, let me just pause the game there. Now you'll see, look at the situation in the base. In the space of that, what, 20, 25 seconds? The situation has completely changed. We've lost all our tanks in the base, bar 2 tank destroyers. and they have two heavies, the SU-152, which is really got quite a big gun on it, and a T-37. Situation now is looking where I'm thinking, okay, what have we got? Although we outnumber them, our tanks are not designed to go toe-to-toe with the T-29, certainly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the cap, and the reason why I do this rather than go back and add an extra gun is because when you start capping, what it's going to do is it's going to add pressure to their team. They're going to hear this siren, the siren's going to be going off, and it's more of a psychological thing. So what I tell Alex to do is go and see if you can decap. I'm going to cap and put the pressure on. Now what capping does is, with the siren going off, it's a psychological thing. What it might do is it might force them to do something stupid. It might cause them to rush back and maybe split their forces, or it might cause them to cap and sit out in the middle of the cap circle and make it easier for our guys to shoot them. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on things. It's now 11:10. The scores are, well, they were even. Now it's 12:10. So I'm kind of sitting here thinking, okay, I am going to cap this out if I have to, but I'd really rather not cap. I don't like winning by capping anymore. If we can kill them all, the whole team gets more XP. That's certainly what I understand. So even Alex tells me, chat, don't cap, but I reassure him that I'm gonna uncap, decap, if I think we can win this. So Alex is playing a blinder at the moment. He's taking the KV2, and to be honest, he can probably take him on all day long, providing you catch the KV2 right. He can't turn his turret fast enough to stop a Comet. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got to make a call now. Their T-29 is probably capping. The SU-152 is an unknown. The 88's got decent armour. I think we can probably do this. So I'm going to decap very shortly. It is the T-29 capping. So Alex is in close, dealing with the KV2, and he's killed the KV2. And at this point I think, right, okay, we can do this. So I now push out of the cap zone. And I start thinking at this point, I really hope I haven't made the wrong choice here, because I've seen games get lost on less. So I say to Alex, just use gold to decap, but he doesn't need my advice, and I think it's either him or the 88 decaps the T-29. It becomes clear to me at this point the T-29 is only using the stock turret, and I think therefore he can't be using the top gun, which is good. So I'm rushing back. I'm concerned about where the SU-152 is, because we've got eyes all over the place there. So he was last spotted in H7, so where is he? He can't have moved, otherwise he probably would have been spotted, but let's go in and see what we can find. So I proxy spot him, and that's easy. Just latch on, start peppering him. He gets tracked, and then that's that. And that is it. Good game. So let's have a look at the post-game stats. We'll see that I did approximately 1800 damage, which I'm kind of happy with. And you can see we got the crucial contribution, got Top Gun, and also Brothers in Arms. Now Brothers in Arms and crucial contribution probably go hand in hand. I guess you might not get Brothers in Arms if one member of the platoon was absolutely dominating, but chances are you'll probably get a Brothers in Arms as well as a crucial contribution. Moving on to the next slide, you can see that the top three players, by a considerable way, there really were us two and the 88, who was really keeping that T-29 busy right at the end. So fair play to Emil Zatopek. So that, yeah, really good game. The other team, the KV2, the SU-152, the IS, they all played well on the other team as well. So props to them. And then the final screen, which I always find interesting about shots fired and direct hits. So I fired 27 shots, I missed 9 of them, but the ones that hit, 17 went in and penetrated, which is pretty sweet. I know that I bounced one off the side of the T-34, which is very well angled. So all in all, a very pleasing game, really, for the fact that I think I made the right choice about decapping. If I hadn't have done that, I don't think we would have got the crucial contribution, because certainly would have missed out on killing the SU-152, which I think tipped us on to 12 kills. I think the T-29 was killed by the 88. But anyway, there we go. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and please join me for the next video. If you did enjoy this, please leave a like or leave a comment, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.